Your desire is your solution to your problem. Therefore, the question is, are you listening to the voice of lack or of abundance in alignment with your desire? That's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. My name's Natalie, and this is As the Pennies Drop. And this channel is all about creating a life you love, deserve, and desire. I'm a conscious manifestation coach and a neurotransformation therapy practitioner, and I provide a variety of solutions, coaching solutions, to guide you to releasing these limiting beliefs, the blocks, whatever it is that's holding you back, to manifest the desired outcome in your life, transforming how you feel about yourself, and fundamentally speeding up those manifestations for you. So if you have been struggling or you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, just click on the link below, and you can also email me directly at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com, and I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you. Okay, so back to the video. So your desire, think about it this way, your desire is the solution to your problem, whatever that is. And I'm just going to share a quote with you from Neville. Be perfectly indifferent to the evidence of the senses, so you may feel the naturalness of your desire, and your desire will be realized. Be perfectly indifferent to the evidence of the senses, that voice, so you may feel the naturalness of your desire, and your desire will be realized. So basically what he's saying is, don't allow that voice, the circumstances, whatever is showing up in your reality right now, whatever that negative voice is saying to you right now, if we become indifferent to it and we just let it go, your desire will be realized. So again, be perfectly indifferent to the evidence of the senses, so you may feel the naturalness of your desire, and your desire will be realized. Now, when I was manifesting my ex back a couple of years ago, I remember it got to the stage where I did feel indifferent. It wasn't like I was desperate to hear from him because I had to know he wanted me anymore. Thank God. But it got to the stage where I just knew I was going to hear from him. I just knew I was going to keep hearing from him. I just knew I was going to get messages from him asking me how I am. I just knew it. It's just, yeah, that was a buildup of me kind of doing the work. And yes, I am one of these people that I don't call it messing with the middle. I call it getting feedback from the middle. You know, I did reach out a few times and I did get negative stuff back. But when you keep focusing on the desire, the more it becomes more natural. And that's exactly what happened. And it just felt natural to hear from him. And I remember sitting at my desk, I was working, where was I working? Can't remember where I was working now. I might have taken some time out from work to have a jolly. But I remember I just started getting messages from him. And not lots of messages, but maybe a message every other day. But I remember getting a message and going, oh, that's nice. He sent me a message, and just got on with my work. And maybe an hour later, I replied. Now, because I'd done the work, I was becoming indifferent to that voice. And that voice wasn't there as much. It just felt more real, more natural. So I decided to choose to focus on the voice that was abundant, the voice that was giving me and bringing me the solution to my problem. And my problem was I wanted him back and I didn't have him. So I became indifferent. And the more I became indifferent, the more I allowed the naturalness of this to flow. Yes, it took time. Yes, it didn't start out that way. Guaranteed it was horrendous. But over time and doing the work, it got there. I got there. And whole of November, whole of December, 3 months, he came back chasing me. So because I became indifferent, and it felt natural. It felt natural. So when we're in doubt, or when we are thinking from a place of lack rather than a place of abundance, remind yourself of this quote, write it down, put it somewhere on the fridge or somewhere where you'll see it. Remind yourself of it. And remember that your desire is going to resolve that problem. So when you focus on the desire more, that problem is going to dissipate. No more problem, desires realized. So when we think about that voice, negative voice, the one that wants to keep us trapped in a life that we no longer want, does the anxiety make you feel good when you think from that negative perspective, from that place of lack? Or would it feel better to think from a more empowered perspective? How is that problem going to resolve? How is living in lack going to resolve that problem and allow your desire to be realized? So just start thinking that way. Thinking from a logical perspective, from a, about a spiritual law. If I focus on this more, I'm not going to get this. Therefore, that problem is still going to be there. But if I focus on what it is that I want, that's actually going to be the solution to the problem's going to go away because the solution will come to me. So why is it so easy, so much easier for us to focus on the negative? Well, we're programmed that way. It's biology. It's, I'm not a scientist, but we are programmed to think negative. You could have 100 reviews of people complimenting you, and there'll be that one that says that you're rubbish. We're designed to focus on that one. We have to retrain our mind. We have to learn a new way. We have to learn a new way. How do we do that? By doing the work. So we simply do it by doing the work, and doing the work is reprogramming the mind and focusing on the story of the life that we want, of the desire that we want. And I've just written down a couple of examples here for you to think about. So, for example, say you've got low self-esteem and you want to learn to have high self-esteem. You are going to want to focus on being the person that has high self-esteem as opposed to the person that has low self-esteem, by becoming more and more of that version of the person that you want to be. And at the same time, which is going to help that journey, that process, telling yourself, you want high self-esteem, telling yourself, I am loved, I am adored, I am cherished, I am valued, I'm beautiful, I am successful, I am handsome, I am respected, I am confident, I am lovable, I am complimented, I am wanted, I am needed, I am powerful, I'm a warrior. When we tell that story and we persist in that story to raise our self-esteem, that is going to be what hardens into fact. And that's going to be exactly what hardens into fact. Reminding yourself that your desire is the solution to the problem. You desire to have high self-esteem. This is the solution to get you that high self-esteem. And therefore, people will treat you differently because you will be treating yourself differently. Everyone is you pushed out. Now, another example I've got here is, okay, so say, for example, you've always been unsuccessful at loving relationships, and you would really love to be in a beautiful, healthy, fun, loving relationship. Ask yourself, what voice are you listening to? Are you listening to the one that is deserving of being in a healthy, loving relationship that's fun and joyful? Or are you listening to the voice of, you are never, ever going to have a healthy relationship. You are rubbish at being in relationships. You are unlovable. Think about all the things that people have said about you. They've said that because it's true. Now, stay in your box, stay here single on your own, because you'll be safer that way and no one can hurt you anymore. But you want to be in a loving, healthy relationship. So you want to hear the voice of somebody that's in a loving, healthy relationship. You know, I am lovable and I am adored and I am amazing girlfriend or boyfriend material. And, you know, I'm amazing at committed relationships. I'm amazing at being in long-term committed relationships, and I'm fun and I'm adventurous, you know, and I'm everything. This is a good one. I am everything a man desires in a woman, which is why men easily commit to me and stay. Take men, put women, or whatever your choices for relationship. I am everything a man desires in a loving relationship, which is why it's so easy for men to commit to me, because the men I choose always stay. I love that. You know, you can take that for free. You're welcome. But you see, we know that if we tell that story, that is focusing on the desired result that's going to resolve the problem. And the problem is you're single. And the problem is you don't want to be single, but you are single. So the problem is that the problem is that you don't want to be single. You want to be in a relationship. So you want to be in a relationship. So focusing on the solution rather than the opposing thought is going to then start to harden into fact. Now, I know that when we don't see things happening, we don't believe it. And I know that our minds, we should have schools, education should teach this, but they don't. Not the ones that I know anyway. So I know that logically we want to see it and then believe it, but we have to believe it to see it. And that's shit, because we're not trained that way. But the more we do the work, even if we don't believe it, even if we think it's impossible, just tell yourself, I'm a powerful creator and I know my thoughts create, and just keep looping those affirmations, even if you're having days where you're not feeling it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And it will, because it's law, harden into fact. I really hope that's helped. I know a lot of people struggle with doubt. I know a lot of people struggle with listening to that negative voice. You know, sometimes that happens to me. I woke up one day in Ibiza and I felt dreadful. I woke up with a dreadful thought. I still affirmed. I didn't feel great for the whole day, but I still affirmed. I affirmed and I affirmed and I affirmed and I affirmed. And I wouldn't let myself feel any worse. And then the next day, a million times better. But I stayed on my story. So I really hope that's helped. As always, if you need any more guidance with this, then click on the link below, get in touch, email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com. And I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you and guide you to the right service that I provide. And as always, please feel free to like, share, and comment or compliment. And subscribe as well. It'd be great to have more like-minded subscribers on this channel. You really are phenomenal people. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.